Yeah.
See if I get a notification. Yeah, I just got it. Get my phone.
Yeah.
What's going on? Where's Laura?
Hello, Laura, Mike W, Mike M. How are you guys? Patricia, Carol. Hello, hello. Got a special guest coming on at 9:00, or actually 9:30 today. All the craziness going on. Tell them to wait a little bit. Hello, Mander. How are you? Oh, Mander, I still gotta look at that email, don't I? I'm so sorry.
Might have already known.
No, that's that one with the click link so you can pay for a shirt.
Oh, okay.
Forgot all about that. Hello, hello.
Too much craziness going on.
Yeah, guys, too much craziness going on. So 9:30, our guest will be on.
All I want to say.
Did I hear what Santa said tonight?
Talking to Lady Buckeye. That's what she said, lady.
Oh, gotcha. Santa threw in the towel, huh?
Well, a lot of nuts going on over there. He's not quitting. He's not quitting.
Just the opposite. Trying to get my truck clean so I can head up there this weekend. Don't know where we're going, but we'll find out, I guess, very soon. CJ, how are you? How are you? Tammy, how are you? Yeah, I bet he is exhausted. That'd be exhausting. No sleep ever. Yep, tomorrow is a new day. Man, get a hold of Santa before you make any plans. I definitely will. I'll give him a call tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll probably go to Bunker Hill. That's what I'm thinking. It only makes sense. Regroup and then figure out a new plan and attack.
I already heard him say that he's not giving up his permit until it's time. So.
Yeah, so they'll probably just drive back and forth every day. But I think there are people staying there tonight, so.
Security has to.
Well, there's 5 or 6 other cars too. Hello, Bev. How are you? We got a guest coming on at 9:30, guys. So it's just I wanted to give time for people to get in here.
Yep. See, like I said, I'm jumping over here for some sanity.
And now I'm getting ready for the craziness already. And it's only Wednesday. Hey, Carrie. How are you? How are you? Yeah, I believe they will go to Bunker Hill. I know there's some people going there tonight. Some people are actually staying.
Yeah.
Yes, very peaceful, CJ. And once the guest comes on, we'll let him talk for a while. We can ask him questions.
Oh, Carrie said her brain.
My brain is broke. Oh, yeah, it's craziness. That's why I said I just I had to walk away. I just went out and cleaned my truck. I'm like, this is too crazy. Too much craziness for me.
It's a constant.
Yeah, constant, nonstop. But yeah, I'll definitely call Santa in the morning and see what's going on. Then I'll make some plans. It'll probably be a early Saturday morning this weekend.
No.
2 days rest.
Carrie, that's when Justin attacked you.
He didn't really attack me. He disrespected me. That was it. He didn't attack me. He just disrespected me, which I did not like. And I put him in his place. I said, "Do you know who you're talking to?" And then he walked away.
So Dawn must be one of them. Remember? No, she's not. She's got a 1-month badge already. I just noticed that. I got a 2-month badge.
Mine just shows like a little YouTube ones. That's weird.
Yeah, it's because you're on
Windows.
the other thing.
Flight cancel.
She was laughing.
So yeah, guys, we'll probably leave Saturday morning at like 5 a.m. to get either to Bunker Hill or DC.
Shoot. Yeah, just do.
I got a lot of things I gotta take care of around the house. Just never have time. Hello, Tammy. Good evening. Hello, Tammy. 9:30, the guest will be on. I just want to make sure I got enough people over here that don't want to sit there and watch the craziness all night. I don't see Dio. Shelly, how are you? Can't be dealing with alligators. They should start. Yeah, exactly, Shelly. I agree too. So let's just go back to Bunker Hill. Let's regroup, come up with a new plan, and attack.
I like CJ's plan. She put it on the hologram right there.
Oh yeah.
And then I told her to go ahead and put it on Facebook and
because if you guys remember, Canada did the same thing after the Ottawa thing. They actually walked away. They regrouped, and guess what? Now they're stronger than ever. They got thousands of people. Thousands and thousands of people.
Carrie said she'll go sleep. Shh. Quiet, Carrie. See her little faces. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I can see them. It's awesome. CJ is back.
Okay, we won't start without you.
No, we won't stop.
Start.
We won't start without you. 9:30 is when he actually comes on. I did have it set up for 9:15, but I was like, I better give people some time to get in here. Well, Dawn, you're welcome here. Gaga, how are you?
Andy said her power's been out for hours.
Oh, jeez. I feel for you. Oh, yeah. Definitely a good time to be alive.
She was saying she doesn't know how long her battery on her phone will last.
So. Okay.
That's okay.
Well, 9:30 comes on. He'll talk for a little bit, and then we'll have our open night like we always do. For a little bit. So this guy you're about to meet, he's actually from North Carolina. I met him at another rally that I was at for the People's Movement North Carolina. He's actually like a constitutionalist, and he actually took on their local school board, and he got them all. They fired all of them, and now he's a very good guy. me see. I think I got his links in the description. We can put up here shortly while he's here. So it's something different, to get away from all the craziness for a little bit at least. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you. Thank you, Dawn. We love you too.
Love you, Dawn. I'm here. I'm just in the background.
Jesus, did I ever stop talking in that chat over there? 1776?
No. Why is yours going off?
I said the rodents think they won.
Oh, yeah. Laura thought you were up. When you were in a Patriot.
No, I was real. Somebody came over, somebody messaged me and told me that he was talking about me. So I went in there and I looked back on the chats, and I guess he said that Joe and Oriole are important, which I believe they are. But they're not the only ones. And then also I seen one of my viewers stepped up and said, "What about Buffalo Man?" So that was awesome. Just want to see what was going on. Let's see, Mike's getting in here. Give him a few more minutes.
Oh, the Fireside. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I love that.
The what?
The Fireside Revival.
Oh yeah, the Fireside Revival was really good. Got to meet Kirk Cameron, and then John Gray. He's a very good pastor. Got some cool coins there too, like limited edition. They usually sell them, but they gave everybody in the audience them at the end.
Yeah, we realized that, Laura, after we re-listened to what he said. She said you didn't mean that you weren't important.
Nah. Hey, Michael, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. How you doing tonight?
Good.
Right.
Get started here in a few minutes. There's a lot of craziness going on up in DC, so we don't have the normal crowd yet, but they'll be here eventually.
You up in DC right now?
No, I'm at home right now. I go up there on the weekends, so I'll be up there this weekend. So
Man, I ain't been there since January 6th.
Oh yeah, we got our 1776 restoration movement up there, trying to fight the government and stuff like that. So then we got our counter protests that they're trying to stop us. So they're acting like idiots up there. So
I look at it as an opportunity to clown them.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had that problem here in my town. We had back in the summer of 2020. There was Antifa and BLM. They were organizing here.
Oh yeah,
they're stopping one of our statues, and I counter organized against them, and we beat them.
Oh yeah, there's Antifa up there too, and then we had Antifa at that the rally for the People's Movement. We had Antifa there and Black Lives Matter.
That was
the June one. Yeah. All right. So I gave him a little heads up who you was and what you did. So what we'll probably do is we'll just have you tell your story, what you did with the school board and all that, and what you're for. Just tell them who you are, and then they'll have some questions. I'll put them up on the screen, and we can answer them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we usually do it. So if you want to get going, introduce yourself. And
who now?
Yep.
Oh, we live right now?
Yep, you're live. Oh,
good
yeah.
Deal.
Can you see
what's
the chat?
Up, everyone? Huh?
Can you see the chat?
Oh, where the comments at? All right, there we go. There's our chat. What's going on, chat?
So when we got questions, I'll put them up here on the big screen.
Okay. Well, my name is Micah, everyone. I'm what you call a trained, battle-hardened political operative for freedom. Anybody remember Ron Paul, congressman, said we need to audit the Federal Reserve, went after the money changers. He got me into politics, and I don't know, it's well over a decade ago, and I worked pretty much every job in politics fighting for freedom. I took a little break when Trump won the primary because I'm like, all right, Trump gonna handle this. I'm moving to North Carolina. I don't want to do this no more. And I had gray hair before 30, stressing over this. I wanted to get in the gym and have a good time for a little bit, so I did. It was about 4 years ago, or in the summer of 2020. You remember the McCluskeys, that couple up in St. Louis, had the angry mob come up on there, and they came out with the guns, said, get off my property. Well, when I saw that, I was disgusted to my core. And I went to my bed and I dropped to my knees and I talked to God and I said, God, my country is on fire. I need you to use me right now. I don't care how you use me. I don't care what way. Just use me to go out there and save my country. And it's been a fun ride, man. I made that prayer. Next day I woke up. I knew 4 good conservatives in town, people from the gym that I'd met. And I called each one of them up. I said, hey, they shut our country down. They're burning it down. They're lying to us. We need to start organizing. We need to get some people together. And I told them, I said, we're meeting behind Planet Fitness in 2 days because it was closed. You know, all the gyms were closed. We're in the middle of a shutdown. 12 people showed up that night. And I took that 12 people and we've turned it into about 15,000 locally. People we're talking to. Along the way, we've been in many battles. We had to save our statue from Antifa and BLM. We had to break up that little faction, and our statue's still there. They came down everywhere else, not in Statesville. It's still there. Then they got me involved in the mask battle because the parents came to me and they said, hey, we need you to help unmask our kids. So we took that battle and we went out there and we started organizing a lot of our parents up, a lot of the moms. Started showing up at school board meetings every day, just calling them a bunch of tyrants, a bunch of crooks. We recruited candidates to run against every one of them. We fought very hard, and on election day, we won every single seat, kicked every one of them out. And now we have 4 votes on the school board. That's a majority for 4 years. And we're not going to put up with the garbage in Iredell County. I just want everyone out there to know we're not doing that. That's a very, very good victory, though. Yeah, man. That's when I met you. I was giving that speech or at Lincolnton, Lincoln County.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Sure.
But we, we've organized up a lot. We're still fighting. During this whole process, I launched a FOIA request into my county government's emails because I wanted to see what they were doing because, they were giving us the runaround, lying to us about these masks. We have a little radio show last night. We started reading those emails on the radio. They were not good for the county government. We're hoping to get some people fired over that. We're not too happy about that. But it's a good time, man. Real good time.
Awesome. So do you do anything do you do just state? You do anything federally?
Well, when I came back in the game, I said, all right, the first election cycle, I want to work locally. I want to start cleaning up my local government, build up a strong local network. We took an entire branch of government. The other politicians right now, they're looking at me like they don't want to get on my bad side, especially, we're dropping emails on the radio telling everyone what's going on. So everyone's like in panic mode right now, what I might do next to them. But, we ran people for the county commission too. And we didn't win that. I blame it on 2 things. One, we didn't spend money there. We spent money for our school board through our PACs and stuff, and we won that. But our county, we didn't spend money there, and we didn't fight hard enough. We didn't expose all the backroom dealings, all the people making money. A lot of people make money. I mean, everybody's got a county government out there. You know what your county government has? EMS, fire, and police. Well, you know what each one of those departments has? A vehicle. Where do you get your vehicles from? Is it one person? What are we paying? What do vehicles run on? Gas.
Yep.
Who we buying our gas from? Is it one person? What are we paying? This is stuff for people to start looking at out there in your counties, because we're people making money, a lot of money, millions a year off our tax dollars, and they take that money and they give it to their politicians to keep getting reelected, so they keep getting their sweetheart deals. And I'm pretty confident this is happening all across America. You just have to know where to look.
So what would you suggest all the viewers to do in their own local government?
Well, first thing you want to do is you want to start organizing people in your county. Start like a little county Patriot alliance, whatever the name of your county is. And the first thing you want to do, see, we've broken it down into 3 phases. First phase, you want to identify like-minded people. So we want to find men like us, Buffalo, and the women out there. Look, we want to find them Patriot women out there. Those are the fighters.
Yep.
Those are the get things done. But we want to identify who these people are, and then we want to organize them into our lists so we can start communicating with them. Identify people who think like us, and we organize them. And then the next step is we want to mobilize. And the mobilization is fighting for issues we care about, winning elections for our people. We need to be recruiting candidates for these local positions, good people too, not narcissists. You need good people who care about doing the right thing, people with guts, that fighting spirit. Some people, they have a fighting spirit, so others don't. The people who don't, they're the ones who sell you out, because they're more worried about status and fitting into certain circles, whereas we want to save our country, because it's not doing very good right now. You're paying for it.
Oh yeah.
Inflation. I always ask, where's the money going? You getting that money, Buffalo? I ain't getting that money.
I'm not getting that money, no.
You know who's getting it? The fat cats on Wall Street. That's who's
exactly.
Yep. Institutional investors from the Federal Reserve. Remember how I said I worked for Ron Paul? Well, he taught me a whole bunch about where money comes from.
Oh yeah.
I encourage everyone out there, ask yourself where that dollar bill comes from. Who gets it first? Why do they get it? These are serious questions we need to start talking about as the people, because they're robbing us, folks. They're robbing us blind. But what we're talking about, I get off on a rant, man. It's my bad.
You're good. Keep going. Keep going. They like it.
Yeah. Well, identify, organize, mobilize. That's what we were talking about. We need to start organizing on the local level, because everything starts locally. Our governments, our cities, our counties, our schools, they're all corrupt as far as I'm concerned. We got incompetent people in there who don't know what they're doing, because if they knew what we were doing, we wouldn't have these problems. So my mindset is we need to become the people to fill those roles, to fill those jobs, to take that government back. And you can do it just by knowing where to look. The money, follow the money. Get you a good accountant out there that likes to go through the books. We got one. She's vicious, folks. I mean, that girl was a monster. She's the one who did our radio show last night. I had the kill shot. I had these emails, and I gave it to them. I'm like, here, y'all get the glory from this. Y'all deserve this. You earned that. Great ladies. Like I said, them women are the ones who get the job done, man. They really are. We got any ladies out there? Yeah, that's all I see. Ladies in the channel.
Yep, there's plenty of ladies out there.
Yep. Move to Iredell in North Carolina. We got an army. We need more of you. Mm-hmm. We got a pack of lionesses. They run around. They go for the jugular. Strong girls. Real strong. Dawn Shively, I love you, girl. But identify like-minded people. Organize them in your list. So you need to communicate with folks too. See, one hard issue we have is communicating with a bunch of people. You have this podcast, you got a very big audience. You talk to a lot of people out there. My mindset is I want to be talking to people locally. That's one reason we went to the radio station, is so we could talk to people locally. Then it's just promoting your radio show and getting people to listen to it. Well, when you do things like read your government's emails on your radio show, people, they like that stuff,
Oh, yeah.
especially if there's something there, and there's something there, folks. Email or FOIA your county health director's emails, everything that had to deal with the garbage that we went through for that 2-year period. When you read through those, it's enlightening, really is.
Okay, another question.
Let's see.
Patricia.
Patricia.
Ticked off grandma here.
Let's see, going to Washington State.
But yeah, anybody got any questions out there? Ask them in chat. This political organizing is really not that complicated.
No. So is this the Patriot Corner? That's your YouTube?
Patriot Corner.
And then that's also on Rumble?
Yeah. I've been sharing it out through my Rumble channel. I'll put some shows out there. I haven't been doing. I put the yesterday show on there. It's real good.
All right, guys. So go follow on YouTube, the Patriot Corner on YouTube.
It's on Rumble, not YouTube. I don't do YouTube.
I've seen it up on YouTube too.
Yeah, but I think they're.
Yeah, I think my partner, I do the show. He
gotcha.
might have created that one.
Okay.
The Rumble, my personal Rumble account. Everything during this process, we've been going to the podium and dropping bombs from the podium. Everything on that Rumble of me at the podium's great. I like to go stand at the podium and call these people out. We don't want the federal money in our schools. Or give us the money and don't tell us what to do with it. A lot of this stuff we're finding out, we really don't have to be doing it. Just the people before us were too coward to say we're not going to do this anymore. So we're going to see how far we can push that envelope. I know a lot of it. We need reform in North Carolina through DPI. I'd just like to abolish that whole thing. Return all powers of education back to the county, to the local where we have the most influence, because we do. When you start organizing up your local community and you start getting a good army behind you, these politicians will take notice. First thing they're going to try to do is get you to sell out. Don't sell out. Stay true to your people. Don't ever sell your people out. Very important.
Shelley said, I've sued California State twice and won. They took away my quadriplegic son's respite hours unless worker had the job. I had many calls and said they'd sue. They back off as soon as they got.
Can you see it on the screen there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to push back at that. They were like, when we were reading our emails through the county government, it was our county governments who were driving the whole agenda. It wasn't Cooper. It wasn't the federal government. It was our local county health departments, and they work for your county commissions in North Carolina. Now, other states, the structure may be different. One thing we need to understand is the difference between municipal, county, state, federal governments, how they all interact. It's a very massive behemoth of a lot of narcissistic bureaucrats who got them a little piece of government power and they think they're somebody. We need to fire a lot of people out there, a whole lot of them.
Going for freedom again.
Yeah, can't take any federal money if we ever want to get back to our republic. Yeah. Old Biden, well, that's what they do. That's one reason a lot of like churches, like the Christian schools and other ones, they don't want to take government money. Because today, the politician, he'll give you the money and say, oh, you don't have to do nothing for this. Well, tomorrow's politician, they might not do the same thing. So when you're in a situation where you're addicted to that money, it's bad. Ideally, we'd like to just lower our federal spending to next to nothing. And that'll fix a lot of the problem because we'll get to keep half our money.
You know, then we gotta start going after our governor.
Yeah. Hopefully, old Big LT will do something there.
Yeah, I
I hope he
love
can.
Lieutenant Governor Mark Johnson.
I hope he can govern as good as he talks.
No, I think he can.
If he
He's
can, we're going to do great.
definitely a good talker.
Yeah, we got issues though in Raleigh. I mean, we got this Speaker of the House. He's a disaster.
Yep.
We need to get rid of him. We need to spend some money in his district to cause him some problems until someone runs against him.
Yep.
We got a lot of problems across this state. But yeah, man, I'm all about the political solution. The way I look at it is I don't want to be the guy yelling at the government from the outside. I want to be the guy who puts people in the chairs who make the decisions. Because, that's where the real power is. It really is. That's where, when you know how to win elections, see, politicians, I know I talk about this in Lincolnton, they only have one job in life, folks. That's to get reelected. That's it, nothing else. So it's our job to understand how to win elections and how to get people out, because that's where the power is, because it ain't the king, it's the kingmaker. That's where the power is out there. These politicians, when they realize that you can cause problems for them, well, suddenly they're going to start giving you what you want. That's just the way it works, because they have one job in life. That's to get reelected. Well, if they know that they pissed Buffalo Man off, they're not going to get reelected.
Definitely not.
Well, guess what? What Buffalo Man got some demands out there. Get out of my pocket, stay off my property, stop teaching my kids porno. There's some very basic stuff. Protect us from China. That'd be great. There's basic stuff, man.
Yeah, so up in Washington State, they're going to start teaching
9 to 12-year-olds.
9 to 12-year-olds like sexual pleasure and stuff.
And see, when I was a kid, I grew up in West Virginia. I'm from Campbell's Creek up there, Kanawha Valley, near Charleston. They tried to change our history books when I was going to elementary up there. You know what our parents did? They grabbed all those textbooks and they set them on fire. They said, "You're not teaching our kids this garbage." I mean, people got to step up. You need to start looking at who's running your school board. It's probably some crazy leftist lunatic. How do I feel about a democracy versus a republic? I mean, we live in a constitutional republic. Democracy is generally two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. And those two wolves are going to vote for that sheep to be their dinner. So they're just going to vote to steal everything from them. There was a fella, he was a leading voice of freedom leading up to the French Revolution. And his name was Frederick Bastiat, and he wrote a book. It was called The Law. You can Google this, The Law by Frederick Bastiat. It's free. Just a little short book, and in it, he was explaining the morality of law, what is legal plunder, and how people can use government to steal and give them the money. People do that. They do it all over the place. But I highly encourage everyone to read that book, The Law by Frederick Bastiat. Very eye-opening, especially when understanding the law and what's moral and what's not. Learn how to analyze judges up for elections. I'm not very good on the judicial side, man. I know judges are elected. Every state kind of structures their legal system different. See, the judiciary is a creation of the legislature. See, a lot of people don't know the legislature is really where the real power is. The legislature writes the laws which create the courts. They write the rules for which the courts operate in. They write the laws for which the courts rule over. So all the power rests in the legislature. I know in North Carolina, if you want to take the bar and go out there and start practicing law, that was my first thing I wanted to do when they were shutting our country down. Like, I want to go get Pat to pass the bar and start filing injunctions on everything. Well, here in North Carolina, you got to take 2 years of law school just to take the bar. Well, 2 years of law school, that's 2 years before I can do anything. And then I have to pass the bar. Well, you can't even run for a judge unless you're a lawyer. Well, that's 0.1% of our population. They're running a third of our government here in North Carolina. You know, a lot of people say, well, if you're not a lawyer, you shouldn't be a judge. Well, that's up for the voters to decide. The voters may want Buffalo Man up there judging for a term.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they may want you up there. And if you go out there and win, hey, more power to you. That's elections. That's the democracy side of it, winning those elections. How do you feel about a one-party system with everyone being a constitutionalist? Well, where are these people at? You know, where are these constitutionalists at? I'd love to do it. I'd love to create a new party. But the issue is we go out there and create a third party. Well, then the two parties are going to team up against us. The Democrats and the Republicans. They write the rules, and they're going to write the rules to screw us every way they can. It's very hard unless you have a lot of money, unless you know some billionaire constitutionalists who want to dump a couple billions into it. It's not going to happen. Locally, you could do it. Nationally, it's not going to happen. Term limits. See, this is the biggest. I don't think term limits are going to work. The ultimate term limit is when we get our shit together and go out there and start voting these people out. You know, that's the ultimate term limit. You know, let's say Congress, you're in there for 2 cycles and you're done. Well, people, they're going to get in there and be like, all right, I've only got to do this for 2 cycles. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get everything I can out of this while I can. I'm going to profit as much as I can. I'm going to sell my influence as much as I can. You know who else is going to do very well? People who run campaigns out there. People who influence who you and I vote for. This is a multi-billion-dollar a year industry, folks. You know, there's billions and billions a year that goes into influence and who wins and who loses in our government. So I don't think term limits is the solution there. I got a buddy, he worked over in Oklahoma. He did state politics there for about 20 years, and they passed term limits there on the state legislature in Oklahoma. And he was telling me what he noticed since they did that is they lost liberty and their taxes went up because people got in there and they're like, well, 2 terms, I'm out. I can't make a career at this, so I'm just going to make a stealing at this while I can. And, you know, there's no golden bullet out there. I wish there was, but there's not. It's hard work. There's evil people always trying to get in there and get rich. We just need some good folks out there more than anything.
Yep. So, as a local citizen, do you think going to, I guess, a school board meeting would be their first step?
Well, like right now, a lot of counties out there, like every county's different. I'm sure you got bad books in your schools. I'm sure there's a lot of perverted garbage in there. Well, I can guarantee you all of our moms out there, 25 to 40, they don't like that crap. Not all of them, most of them though. You know, starting to organize them is real good. You know, one of the first things you want to really do is put a little team together, you know, good 5-10 people you trust, who trust you. You need to start with a good solid core of people. Then you build around that. Bring people in, go out there and fight for things because it's a lot easier when you got other people. It's a big thing there.
That's great. He is outstanding like that.
Any other questions out there, folks?
Well,
Freedom says that it is great. He is outstanding up like that, like he is.
I mean, I have a good time at it, you know, going to the podium and calling these politicians. I love it. You know, I approach it like I have a mindset. For me, it's never who we elect. because anybody can sit in the chair. I don't care. For me, it's getting the bad guy out. I'm like a hunter. I don't hunt deer. I hunt politicians.
Yeah.
When I fire them, I put them on my mantle.
Yeah. That's what everybody needs to do these days.
Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to call these people out, because if no one's calling them out, then how are we going to fix this stuff?
Yeah.
Because like when you start looking at your local governments, well, your local news, they're all in your local government's pocket. Go get your general ledger for your county and see how much of your tax dollars are going to these outfits, like your local radio, your local news. It's a lot. And that's why your local news will never rock the boat, because they're bought and paid off for local guys who are in there. When you start organizing local people up, see, we have what I did to our local news here, I started calling the Iredell fake news, and I'd get out on the podium, call them on the radio. Well, now, anytime you say Iredell fake news, everyone starts laughing. We killed their influence, their reputation, because they went out there and did stupid stuff. Well, until we challenged it, nobody knew.
Yeah, I don't know who can even watch the local news anymore either. Even the late night news, the evening news. I haven't watched that, and I think it's been over a year now.
Yeah, I ain't watched nothing since January 6th.
Yep.
I saw how bad they were lying about stuff that I saw firsthand.
Yeah.
I'll never watch propaganda again. So, and a lot of people need to understand, see, this is the way the media works. It's pay for play.
Yep.
It costs money to communicate to people, depending which platform you use to communicate with folks. And if you want your message on there, it costs money.
Yep.
It's the way the game works. If you want to run a newspaper, it costs money. If you want to run a TV show, it costs money. If you want to run a radio show, it costs money. This podcast costs money.
Yeah.
That camera, your time, a lot goes into this.
It does. It does.
She wants to help set up the city.
All right, this is one of my mods.
All right. We got an issue with city council. Been fighting them for 4 years and haven't made much headway. Well, have you been list building out there, Laura? Identify, organize, mobilize. Has it just been you by yourself? Do you have a team? What's the battle? What are you fighting? What are they doing? How are you fighting it? Are you communicating with a bunch of voters? Are you telling them what's going on, or are you just telling a handful of people? We need to get the message out to a lot of people. A lot of people. We need to organize. See, a lot of people, they think that, all right, it's election time, I'm going to get this guy out of here. Well, you don't get them out during the election. You get them out during the legislative season. See, there's 2 seasons, legislative season and election season. Legislative seasons where they do things to us, where election seasons when we get to do them back. Well, legislative seasons when you want to stand up to these politicians and start fighting them and letting people know what scumbags they are and that they need to get them out of there. What was it? City council, about 6 of you trying to spread the word, flyers. See, this is the problem with flyers. People look at it one time and they forget about it.
Yep.
You need constant communication with folks. So if you got some dirt on them, instead of handing out flyers, have you a little clipboard saying, hey, give me your name and your email. Are you tired of this crap? Well, we need to talk to you and let you know what we're going to do next. You need to stay in constant communication with folks.
Taxes on their own water level.
You got a small group trying to fight taxes on your water. Rain tax, is that probably what it is? I know we fought rain taxes before.
That's crazy.
Probably your city. Well, that's your city council you need to target then. Who's up for election next? When's your next city council election? Are you going down to the podium and fighting them and calling them out? Are you calling out your fake news because they're not reporting stuff accurately? There's a lot of stuff that could be working against you. Are you list building? See, if you're trying to fight the rain tax, well, you need to know who's going to vote to get rid of it and who's not. Well, if you know who's going to vote the way you want them to, well, then you need to go after the people who are not going to vote or who are voting against you. And that means understanding which districts they live in, who the voters are in those districts, targeting those districts, recruiting candidates to replace them. As you're building up your list of all these people too, and you start backing candidates, well, you tell those people who to vote for, so it all just kind of comes together. What's the purpose of amending the Constitution and when is it appropriate? When you're putting restrictions on government, that's about the only time amending the Constitution is appropriate, because what the issue is we want to put restrictions on what government can do, because they're doing too much right now. They're doing a lot. I've always said, the easiest way to fix our problems is do away with tax withholding on your paycheck. That forces everyone to have to go cut a check to the government every quarter. You'll get small government people real quick that way when you got to take money out of your pocket and put it in there. About the only time I see to mess with the Constitution is if we're going to put big restrictions on what the government can or cannot do.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah, mostly cannot. Yeah, I'm like, if you're going to fight the government, if these politicians are not going to work your way on your issue, then you need to work on getting them the hell out. And that means organizing up the voters in their district. Remember how I said everything starts locally? Well, you clean up your city, you get some good people in there and they clean the city up. They do a good job. Well, now it's time to send them to the county, to the state. They'll go up there and clean it up. They'll take that same mindset, the wisdom that they learned from doing all that mess. What else we got out here, folks? Middle school.
Oh, look at Carrie has a statement.
Yeah.
So how do you, this Patricia, she said, don't like the classes. Well, your school board, your superintendent, they set the curriculum in your schools. They set the classes, and your superintendent works for your school board. So you need to be putting heat on the school board to tell the superintendent what to do to clean that up.
Yep.
Yeah, lead protester in Ireland. See, this is one thing I see people mess up with. A lot of folks, they want to go out there and argue with people, the voters. We can't be arguing with the people. It's not their fault. Our beef is with the government. It's with the politicians. So we need to be arguing at them. All of our anger, all of our visceral, it needs to be directed at these politicians, at the political class. Not just the politicians, but their little lackeys too, and their parties. These are bad people, narcissists. I don't mess with the party. It's a waste of my time. Yeah. What else we got here? But yeah, argue with the government. That's where all our problems are. It's the people who sit in the chair, who write the rules. That's who I want to go after. And local politics, I mean, here in Iredell, I'm looking at the competition, folks, and it's laughable. A lot of these people, they're very ignorant. I know we got a lot of smart people listening out here, and I guarantee y'all could run your government better than these people could. We just need to start thinking, organizing locally, taking back our local governments, taking control of that money. Do you think asking an evil government to stop being evil is a possibility? No. Humanity, we created government so that there was someone to call or someone to protect us from someone coming in here and stealing our shit. That's the only reason it's there. Throughout humanity, people have created this vehicle, and it really is a representation of us. Government is there for us to take over and do whatever we want with. We just need to know how to win at, elections. It's really the only secret to all this. Yeah. How did they get elected? They got 50% plus one vote on election day. Every district has lines for which voters are. You need good candidates to take these people out. You need to know who the voters are in those districts. And what you do is you go down to your board of elections and you say, I want to print out for this district of every election for like the past 5-10 years. If it's a primary, we're going to target primary voters. If it's a general, like Republican versus Democrat, you're targeting general voters. It really depends what district you're in. A lot of districts out there are red districts or blue districts. They're going to stay that way. So you want to run in the party that can win. It really don't matter what party you're in. Yeah, the Democrats are evil. The Republicans are evil too, as far as I'm concerned. It's the person that gets in there and what they can do, and having a network around them that can get things done. See, take for example here in Iredale, we just elected our school board, right? Well, they're in there, they're good. I'm not worried about them. So now I'm going after my county government. I'm going after them with everything I have, because that's where the next fight is. So, no one's going to mess with our schools. They're going to give us what we want, because if they don't, then we're going to go out there and say they don't support teachers and children. They don't want that. They want to work with us. They do. So we have to kind of beat some people into submission, to remind them that there's consequences to not doing what we want you to do. And those consequences are, we're going to start telling the voters in your district what a piece of shit you are. And that's in the basics of how it is. The finesse of how you pull it off, that's what matters the most. Your messaging, your communication. I'm not just going to go tell these voters, hey, your guy sucks. There's going to be a story behind that. It's going to be very convincing, and it's going to be real too. Very real.
Yep. And I know a lot of these people get in because, when you go to vote and they have these weird races that nobody knows who they are, and they just, let's pick this one and let's pick this one. So they just color in a little bubble. Guess what? Those people are going to get in, and they're going to be just like everybody else. They're going to be lifers.
Think about when you go vote. Everyone out there, when y'all go vote, whether it's the primary or the general, you get a ballot. You're looking at these names. You don't know these people.
Exactly.
And most of the other voters out there don't know them either. So we need to become the vehicles that let these voters know who's good and who's not.
Yep.
But when we go out there and fight for people, for the issues they care about, they're going to be like, all right, these people care about us. I'm going to vote the way they want them to vote. And that's all we're really working for at the end, is to get people to vote for our guys. And that comes to your candidate recruitment and taking your network and getting your people elected.
Yep.
I don't want to be the guy on the outside screaming. I want to be the guy on the inside saying, hey, this is what you're going to do, buddy. Yep. And if you don't, Buffalo Man's coming for you.
I'm coming to get you.
He's going to get you. I don't want to get on Buffalo Man's bad side.
Nope. Then Carol Burton says, I don't think the school boards should get paid. Do you think I'm right or wrong? Explain, please.
Should school boards not get paid?
I don't think they should either.
They should be not like big dollars. I mean, your time is money. If I got to go sit down at this meeting for 3 hours, I'd give me $20 or something for my time.
Yeah.
I mean, paid help is better than free help too. Are you going to get free food from some trailer looking thing, or are you going to get the good food from the pristine chef? Like which one would you rather have?
Yeah.
I want the good food. I want that filet mignon if I can. It takes a lot. You work out in the gym, muscle, you need protein. And I encourage everyone out there too, get in the gym. Get your diets clean. It's very important. I see, when I got out of politics, remember how I said I used to be in and I got out? Well, when I got out, I kind of broke myself down to nothing, and I rebuilt everything, and I started doing little daily habits. Very good stuff. First thing I do every day is I'd learn something new. Read a book, maybe some wisdom from a mistake, something like that. Just always learning something. Second thing I'd do is I'd train my body. Good physical fitness gives you better mental clarity, builds your confidence up too. Very important. Third thing I do every day is I'd carry on a conversation with a stranger. Didn't matter who it was. I just wanted to get comfortable talking to strangers. What that does, it boosts your people skills. And, in this world, if you want to do big things, it requires working with other people. And it requires talking with other people and getting people to kind of go along in the direction you want them to go. But I did those 3 things every day. And you got to think about that. You do them 3 things every day for a year. Imagine where you'll be a year from now. You're going to be smarter, stronger, more personable. Imagine where you'll be 5 years after doing that. 10 years.
In the past, I found it to find info on smaller candidates. I have some insight on that.
All right, guys, you got any last minute questions? We'll let Michael go.
Yep. Anything, think, identify, organize, mobilize, take your government backs. When school board tells parents that they know more than the parents, they need to go. You're right. We had a very arrogant school board that didn't listen. Well, their political careers are ruined because we stood up against them. Right now, people are so mad. They're looking for someone to go out there and stand up against their government. Be the person. Don't argue with the people. Go argue with the crooked politicians.
Yep.
How do you feel about people taking the oath of office and turning around and doing that? We got to vote them out. That's the only term limit. We need to be able to go out there and organize up our people and tell them what's going on. Right now, it's just the news doing it, our little fake news out there. We know it's ran by the billionaires, all that corporate money. They're making a fortune.
See, that's the problem. We need to wake more people up. It's hard to find and talk to people that actually know what the heck's even going on. Like, you can talk to somebody like, we never heard that. I'm like, yeah, probably because you sit there and watch CNN or you watch your local news. That's why you never heard of it.
Yeah. And I mean, we got to understand people. They have lives. They have families. They have jobs. I want them living their lives, going to their jobs, loving on their family.
Yeah.
And I want them to trust that I'm the guy out there who's trying to clean this bullshit up.
Yeah.
And we're going to shoot it to you straight, too. We're going to shoot it to you straight.
Yeah.
We'll tell you who's making the money.
And that's how I feel, too. That's why I do what I do every week. And
yeah.
Even working a full-time job. I don't get time to go on vacation. I don't get time to go swimming,
Yeah. There's old preacher Todd out there. That's you, Todd? That's you, man? Good fella right there. Patriot through and through. Fearless. Fearless. It's what we need.
That's what we need. We need a lot more.
Some girl asked me if I was going to go on a date. Hey, find me, girl. I ain't seeing no one right now. That's by choice, though. That's by choice. I ain't really got time to put up with no nonsense. So if you ain't trying to save America, don't waste my time.
All right, Rolling for Freedom have one more question. Is there a system in government to punish legislators for unconstitutional legislations other than term limits?
Well, every politician has what you call an insurance bond that protects them from personal liability. Well, when they take that oath of office, they also sign on a piece of paper that they pledge they're not going to break the law. And that is used as collateral for their insurance bond. Well, if they break that promise, that oath of office promise, well, then their insurance, you can file a claim on it and they're personally liable. And then you can personally sue them for what they did. So that is a mechanism. The chances of getting the insurance companies to move on this in a timely manner, your guess is as good as mine. We were serving, remember I said at the rally, we were serving our government papers over the masks. Well, we did. We served our county and our school board papers, and we started filing the bond claims on them, and they were begging us not to. They're like, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. We'll give you whatever you want. Don't do that. And they did. They took everything off, ended the mandates, took it all off because they didn't want us to do that. So, I mean, that is another method.
We just need more people to stand up and get out there and spread the word and actually, do the work and fight and join the rest of us.
Well, the hardest part is a lot of type A personalities out there. You got to be an alpha to step up here and do this stuff.
Yeah.
The hardest part is making sure your alphas don't kill each other. Freedom thinking people don't tell us what to do. All right. If it don't make sense, I ain't doing it. Especially a good mountain boy like you. You really don't tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Is that your lady here in the background?
Yeah.
Do you tell him what to do? You say, honey, go in there and clean?
No.
There's a mountain man right there.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, that's how we are. It's tough. It's real tough. But one thing I try to do is teach people. We're winning.
Yeah.
We're winning at politics, folks. It feels great. I want y'all to win. I want y'all going out there and start organizing. It took me 2 years to organize up 15,000 people. And this is my county, my surrounding counties. We got a radio show. I got a store too, American Patriot Supply. We sell pro-Christian, pro-American stuff, flags, this, that, and the other, survival food, some self-defense weapons, concealed carry purses for the ladies out there. We like our women carrying guns and handcuffs. Another story.
I think our women like them a lot.
No, yeah.
They all got close on them.
Well, you did a great job tonight. I'll let you go, but we definitely like to have you back again.
Yeah, let me know, man.
The viewership up when the stuff ain't going on in DC.
Yeah,
you have 300-400 people in here.
Call me up whenever. I'm just.
I definitely will.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything y'all need, just message me. You got my number, man.
I do. I appreciate it, and I'll get back with you when things get back to normal around here a little bit.
All right, man. Well, y'all have a good time. Stay out of trouble, and I got bail money on standby.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Might need that.
Thank you.
All right,
see you, Buffalo. See you, man. See you, Miss Buffalo.
Yep. Bye.
Oh, the chat was too funny. Oh my gosh.
Yes, guys. He's very good.
Yeah.
Yep, he's definitely on our side. I met him one day at a rally down in North Carolina, and I knew he was a good guy. And I kept his card. I'm like, one of these days I'm going to talk to him and have him talk to you. I was going to take him up to Bunker Hill, but I'm glad I introduced him to you guys, and we will have him back on here again when we give me the number. When we get the viewership up. I'm kind of upset I only got 48 people in here.
That's because of what's going on. We get it.
Yeah, but
I know.
But yep, that was actually very good. He did a great job. Handcuffs and bail money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows bail money. He knows I might need it someday.
They're strolling over.
Yeah, he's definitely a smart guy, and I'm glad to have him on our side, and glad to have him on my the channel side also.
Yeah, he's good.
I got a stack of people I could call, guys, so I'm gonna keep this up, and
matters, we see you.
And hopefully next time we have more people in here for that.
Truth matters. A little more topical than here listening.
Oh, we got you. Truth matters. You're in here with us.
You threw one of his questions.
Yep, I had to spread the questions out. I will have them on here again.
You want to move that off the screen? The last scroll freedom question.
Oh yeah.
This is what a movement should look like. See?
Yeah.
You got to find these people, and then we get them all together. Yeah. There's Paul here.
Oh, how you doing? Good interview. Yes, it was very good. I think next I'm going to try to get that guy from Venezuela on here that I met that is now a U.S. citizen, and he says what they went through, what he went through growing up, and that's why he wanted to get out of there because communism took over there. So I'm going to try to reach out to him, try to get him on here next.
Yeah, that's really good. have people that know their stuff.
Yep,
That's what it is. It's education is
Yep.
key.
We love you too, Rolling for Freedom.
What was his number again?
No.
She's so funny. Carrie.
Oh,
She started out, her first question was, can I pluck his eyebrows?
oh, I know. I heard that. I was like, oh, jeez. Yep, guys, I have a whole stack of business cards. Usually it's all over my desk out in my garage or my bar thing or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Eventually, we get all these people together in one place.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Well, usually down in North Carolina, we have those kind of speakers. So next time I have a rally down in North Carolina, you guys will have to watch because that's where I meet all these wonderful people. I've met a bunch of wonderful people out at Bunker Hill and out in DC too. But I always get their card and I'm like, I'll be giving you a call eventually.
Roy said that was interesting. Read what Roy said. That's okay.
Let's see, Roy. I don't see Roy yet.
It's underneath Troy. Truth Matters. You might have to
Oh,
scroll
Roy
up.
Long. Yeah, I put his question up.
Yeah, I know, but just it's okay. I
That
like
was
when people-
interesting, but I had a few questions about his views. Did not
But that's
agree with
okay.
everything he exposed for. Yeah, you don't have to agree with everything.
We like that. People
Everybody's
have
like that. Yep.
opposing views that they can come here and speak.
Exactly. Yep. That's why I put questions up, and you guys can get his side of the answer. And if you want to go back and say, "Hey, I don't believe that," you could have said that.
Mm-hmm.
But you always have a chance next time. Yep. I do love freedom of speech, and I allow that in here. As long as you're not disrespectful and hateful, you're good.
And Paul Bunyan said the buffalo is back in the mail.
Awesome. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot to give you the suite number. At work, I'm not used to telling people suite numbers, so. Oh, yeah, Sherry, I knew that was going to happen.
They're coming back.
Yep, they'll be back tomorrow. They're going to, I guess, drive back and forth until the 8th. Yep. We do have the permit until the 8th, so we will be back and forth. So what I was thinking is probably Saturday morning, I'll probably just drive right to the mall at like 5 in the morning. There ain't no sense in me going Friday night because it'd be kind of a waste. So probably leave bright and early Saturday morning and meet those guys down at in DC and have our 2 days in DC.
Okay.
And then probably stay in Bunker Hill Saturday night.
Being summoned by the
Hopefully all this drama out there is over so I can get my viewers back. Never had viewers this low before. Yep, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, share. We can agree to disagree in most respect that we need to show. Yes, exactly, Patricia. Thank you, Don. Yep, and I'm still working hard to find more people to bring on the show to give you guys more views and insights. And so what we need to do, we just need to be awake, not woke, and we need to get the word out because nobody else is getting the word out. I still talk to people to this day, all day, every day. I'm like, have you ever heard of usually I go to the trucking convoy at first. I'm like, have you ever heard of the trucking convoy? And then they'll be like, yes or no. And if they're like, yes, I'm like, all right, well, trucker convoy shut down. So we started our own thing. It's called 1776 Restoration Movement, blah, blah, blah. And they have no clue what that is. So I'm like, here, I give them my card. I give them a flyer if I have one. I give them my YouTube card. I'm like, follow my channel, watch some videos, get a hold of me, and we'll go from there. That's the problem, guys. There's no news. There's no news for good people. News is for bad people. Yeah, Chris, I don't agree with that. I don't even know why. I don't know how our governments allow that. I don't know how our military allows that. China should not be buying land, period, in the United States. They don't belong here.
What's that?
Thank you, Truth Matters. Hit that subscribe button. I'm in DC. Usually every weekend I'm either in Bunker Hill or DC. Been in DC for the last couple of weeks. Oh yeah, but that's where our government lies. So that's where we got to get our word out. So what will happen is we'll go back to Bunker Hill. We'll play out the rest of the permit until the 8th. But in the meantime, we will be back at Bunker Hill, and we will be coming up. It's just like I said earlier. It's the same as Canada did after Ottawa. They walked away. They reorganized, and now look at them. There are thousands of people in their protest, and that's what we need. After a while, guys, people are going to be sick of it. By the masses. Right now, it's not too bad, according to some people. But it's going to get worse. I guarantee you, it's going to get worse. This is just the beginning. It's the beginning of the recession. It's the beginning of the downfall. If you watch anybody smart on any of these YouTubes or anything, they'll tell you this is just the beginning. Republican something was trying to get China blocked from buying up land in the USA. Well, that's good. Yeah, we don't need to allow them to be buying land in the United States, especially by our military bases, but anywhere. Why do they need to buy land here? Why are we selling China land? They need to stay in their own country, and we'll stay in our own country. It's definitely the beginning. It's definitely the beginning of a recession. I live in the Outer Banks. We went down to the beach a couple of weekends ago for a couple hours. Usually that place is slammed in the summertime. There is nobody down there at all.
God's girl in the USA.
And if you go on Airbnb, you can pretty much get a cabin or anything anywhere you want to go. Cindy, how are you? How are you?
God's girl in the USA. Thank you so much for being the real deal, Buffalo man. God bless you.
You're welcome. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing it for my family, my daughter, my son, my grandparents.
It's like bringing awareness to.
My mom's into this now, but my mom and my dad, but everybody else in my family, my grandparents, my aunts, uncles, they don't think there's anything going on. They live up in New York. What do you expect?
Carrie has a question for you.
Carrie, do you agree with wife as a bad influence? Nah, sometimes.
No, Carrie's a bad influence.
No, I don't think you're a bad influence.
No, she's asking me if you think I'm a bad influence, but I think Carrie's a bad influence.
You guys are awesome. Justin.
Says, I'm not sure Justin stayed. To be sure Dom is staying alone. I'm pretty sure Dom is not staying alone, if that was the question. There's going to be more than one person.
Yeah, I think there's Santa asked everybody who was staying earlier, and I think there was a handful of cars.
Lady Buckeye agrees. Come on now. RV says most of her relatives are woke.
Oh, they definitely are. They definitely are. I got good parents, though, both my mom and dad. My dad's a little bit more. He goes into these really deep rabbit holes, which, it's like a conspiracy theory. It's only six months away from being true, right? Nowadays, it's like 6 weeks being true. As fast as things are coming out. Yes, Truth Matters. I do have awesome mods. I do have probably the best set of mods on anybody. Big Red 69, how are you, brother? You missed the show. had a good speaker on. Make sure you guys go back and watch it. Give it a like.
Conspiracy theories and
So,
also.
Southern Pepper 1 on YouTube. So, sure it is.
All right, we'll have to look into that.
Yep.
Southern Pepper 1.
You want to look at that right now while we're around here? I guess I can't copy.
Laura, can you look at Southern Pepper 1? And see if you can find a link to that YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Truth matters. There are spoiler alerts now. Oh, I'm tired for some reason today. Probably because I've been working on. I've been trying to clean out my truck. I haven't cleaned it in like 3 weeks.
Oh, that's a lie. Probably like 3 days. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's been like about 3 weeks. I haven't vacuumed
since
it.
the time before last.
And I can't stand my truck being dirty.
Laura,
Lady Bucka is here.
I know. I was just seeing if somebody can dress up that Southern Pepper 1 on YouTube.
So, guys, you guys can go follow Micah on Facebook. I did have the link up there. Let me see. Actually, it's on my YouTube right here. So that he also does a Patriot Corner. I did find it on YouTube. So, but this is Micah's Facebook. If you guys want to become his friend, copy. Go back. Actually using my Surface Pro tonight, guys. It's like a laptop thing, and it's so much easier than using my phone. So, nothing wrong with the theories. It's all conspiracies that are bad. Oh yeah. Oak Mayor, and I do love him. Yeah, we gotta convert them. Like every time I go up there, I like mess around with them. I'm like, yeah, you wait till you see what's coming. They're like, oh, ain't nothing coming. I'm like, okay. And I was like, yeah. So they think I'm crazy. They think my dad's crazy. They think my mom's crazy. They think we're all crazy. But you know what? When stuff goes down, they'll be like, wow, you guys were right. Carrie, you're getting to know us a little bit too much.
She's in every chat. She's like the life of the party in the chat. She's
Yeah, I know.
kind of like taking over everybody's chat as like the life of the party.
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. We like it though.
So guys, that's his Facebook right there. I'll put it up on the thing.
Mm-hmm. I will pin it also.
I just can't believe how low number I got today. That's crazy. There's people still alive.
Yeah, we know who they are. Are they still out there? All of them, or have they gone on?
All right, no, I don't know how they still be out there. Let's see. We got Orioles alive, Jersey J.
Terry works at best stream.
Thank you, Terry.
Carrie.
Oh, Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Carrie.
Okay, so Lisa says they've gone. So they're on their way to Bunker Hill, I assume.
Still look live to me.
Well, I know they're live, but that link for Micah is no, that's his.
That's his Facebook.
Yeah. He doesn't. He does on Rumble. Do you still have the link for his Rumble?
I do. He has Rumble. I did find it on Facebook too. I don't know if it's the right one. It was the right one because I seen his picture. So he said that his friend actually made the YouTube one, but I'll put them both back up there for now. It's called Patriot Corner. It's on both YouTube and Rumble.
Yeah, I don't think he uses those.
But you can still subscribe and maybe they will use it.
Yeah. Great Caucasian system. The UN, the War Conspiracy Theories, and Lost Child. If you want to read that, see what they're about. So Israel must not be linked to any alleged conspiracies. Oh.
Huh. Yep, crazy stuff going on, guys. Like I said, it's just gonna get more crazy. It's not even the beginning. All right, so there's the Facebook. Here's the YouTube and Rumble. Well, it was good time spending the night with you guys.
What are your plans beforehand? As in a timeline for
Um,
what?
I'm going back. I don't know. I'm gonna call Santa tomorrow and see where we're going. But I think Friday I got a lot of things to do. But Saturday morning we'll probably leave here about 4 or 5 in the morning. And if they're going to DC, we'll go to DC for the day, and then we'll go back to Bunker Hill that night, and then go back to DC Sunday, and I guess leave from there.
We have a rally. That's
Yep, there is a rally. There is a
Mhm.
rally. I don't know where. I'll talk to him tomorrow. But last time I talked to him, he was going to have it in DC. But I don't know
All
if
the
that's
stuff
changed.
all the stuff that's happened. We don't know.
So I'll definitely talk to him tomorrow and plan my weekend about that. But yeah, I plan on still fighting for 1776 and live streaming for them and helping them out. I also still do my People's Movement North Carolina, which we got stuff coming up in October, and I got some things going on in August, September, pretty much every month. I sure will, RV. She was out here for a minute. But yeah, I'm not going nowhere. Bye, Felicia. I'm gonna keep going and go to a lot of these different I guess seminars and all these different rallies and stuff like that.
Harry knows every single one of them. That's our hashtag for them. With the word troll. She uses chat rat.
So I'm definitely not going nowhere.
All right. Well, there's no arguing regardless.
No, they can talk about all they want.
I know.
I have no problem with it.
I don't.
Thank you, SK567. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. We are in DC usually every weekend, but we don't know if it's going to be DC or Bunker Hill. But we will get that figured out. And I do got a bunch of things coming up, like I said, a lot of different rallies.
Truth matters.
Truth matters. I wasn't for a while. Could you give me the short version of the turmoil? The turmoil as well.
I can answer that.
Groups causing trouble against the other.
The other group is sworn TPC. That's my answer.
So yeah, all these people, everybody out there was once a part of the People's Movement, TPC. Okay, a lot of those people done got kicked out, and see, I've talked last week. I talked to a couple of them. I talked to them personally. I went over there and I talked to them peacefully, and I was told they don't really have grievances for the people. It's just like for the members. It's just grievances against what we have allowed and what we well, because we're still there. But it's not gonna. They know what I'm for. They know where I'm gonna go. They don't have a problem with that. That's why I don't get reamed all the time because I'm not a. I talk to them peacefully, and that's just who I am. I'm a nice guy until you actually mess with me, and then I will stand up, which I have stood up. I've stood up for 1776. I've told them straight out. I'm like, you guys need to quit what you're doing. You need to leave. This is our thing. But that's my side of it.
That's about all the information we have. Really.
That's pretty much all the information I can put out there at this time. I'm definitely against them too. I'm not for them at all. I don't like what they're doing. I don't think it's right what they're doing. I think it's totally wrong.
I don't get why they aren't keeping a poll on
Yeah, I don't understand why they're doing it either. They just have grievances against certain things. That's all I'm saying. And certain people. But I went up to them. I talked to probably four of the people last weekend, and I said, "So what is your issue with me? Why are people putting bad stuff on Twitter about me? Why are you guys doing this? Why are you doing that?" They're like, "Because you're supporting this, and that makes you part of it." I'm like, I'm out here fighting for freedom. I'm out here fighting for your freedom, your kids' freedom. I'm out here live streaming this to get it out. So why am I all these bad names, But bad names don't bother me. I don't care. I'm still gonna do what I do, and
This case, North Carolina or South Carolina Patriot Group. Patriotic Group, what does that mean?
North Carolina or South Carolina Patriotic Group. I'm North Carolina. The People's Movement in North Carolina.
But we know that
I do know the people in South Carolina too, yes.
Virginia,
I know them all, yeah.
yeah.
I've been to a lot of their rallies. I know Virginia, they want me to come up to their rally too, so I'll probably go up there. I got a lot of things I can do. I'm not going to stop fighting ever until I see change. So make sure you guys always stick with me, and we'll keep going.
Bring education there.
Bring education to people, wake people up, like I do every day. I always carry. I got constitutions. I got flyers from 1776. I talk to everybody. You see me at that the campfire revelation thing. I went right up to them. I'm not scared to talk to people. Mm-hmm. I'll go up to anybody.
You waited for that pasture and that freezing cold up there for
I did.
minutes all by yourself.
I did.
Do you know Tyler Lee?
I do know Tyler Lee. I've met him several times. Mm-hmm. Yes, the People's Movement, North Carolina. Yep. They also have the People's Movement in South Carolina too.
RV says that I've never heard anyone talk bad about you guys. Both respected and
yeah, they don't have no reason to. If they have something bad to say about me, come up and talk to me, because I'll sit there and tell them.
Yeah, well, you're very approachable and you're knowledgeable, and you don't throw up those red flags where I can't talk to Buffalo Man.
No, you can always talk to me. Yeah. If you have something to say, come up to me and talk. That's why I'm not scared to talk. Like, I'll go up to the enemy and talk to them. You guys see me last weekend. I went up there and talked to each one of them. Mm-hmm. Each one of them. I'm like, what are you doing here? Why are you doing this? Like,
and it's okay. They said their side, you said your side.
Yeah, just don't mess with my truck.
Yeah. There's a song. Don't touch my truck.
Yeah, don't touch my truck, because then I will come after you.
Sounds like a child.
No, it's just very expensive, and I worked hard for it.
And
nobody's going to touch it, because my son lives in Fort Mill, South Carolina. He is a Patriot. Awesome, Sherry. I'd love to meet Patriots. Like, when I go out and talk to people, and I actually talk to them, and they're like, you know what you're saying is right. I'm like, yeah. And I give them information. That's how I meet all these different people. Thank you, Truth Matters. Yes, Tyler Lee is a good person. I did try to get him to come up there to Bunker Hill, but he did get married. And he actually missed our last rally in North Carolina, too, because he was prepping to get married. But we'll get him back there again and move on and keep fighting this tyranny and this tyrannical government. I have issues. I have no issues with nobody.
Yep.
I don't care what your grievance is. Talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think they kind of know that. You're approachable just as much as they're approachable.
Yeah.
They don't scare you, so.
No, they don't scare me one bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think too, if you look at it from the bigger picture.
RV, yeah, I've been told that
Yes.
The local people around here ask me why I don't run for office. I'm like,
But that's why he needs to run for office, because he
maybe
doesn't
when I get
want
a
to
little
run for
older.
office.
Maybe when I get a little older.
They just need to elect him out of the blue. Just don't tell them that they're
Love you
elected.
too,
Just
Carrie.
put him on a ballot somewhere.
He's back to work. That's good.
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, guys, I'll probably see you Saturday morning. I don't think I'm gonna go up there Friday. There's no reason for me to go up Friday.
Well, by the time work stuff.
Yeah, I got stuff I gotta do around here.
And then traffic.
Yep, traffic. Traffic's been horrendous lately. Like driving. Like last week, it took me 6 hours to get home and back. We were sitting in backups that were 45 minutes long. Like.
Yeah. I-95 is rough.
I-95 is the worst road in America. It has to be. Like, and it's always accidents the same exact areas. It's like 45 minutes. I'm never sat in traffic for that long in my life.
Tell Carrie to settle down a little bit. Carrie and Felicia, settle down a little bit. Thank you.
No, don't wait. Run now. We need some. Yeah, I got a war to fight. I got freedom and constitutional rights to fight for all you guys and for myself and my family, and then I would run for office once it's the right time. I don't have any time left, guys. Like during the day I'm a network engineer. At night I'm either on a conference call or talking to other people about something coming up or something going on.
I'm running emails constantly.
Running emails.
Yours. And
you can tell. Look how
Facebook.
tired I look.
Yeah.
But still got a couple of days to rest up for this weekend. I'm excited.
Good night, Carol.
I don't care if we go to DC or Bunker Hill. I'll be happy either place. We will come up with a new plan. We will reorganize. And we will continue our fight, guys. Don't worry about that.
I talk about 95. It's crazy.
It
Drive at night and you'll never. Yeah, we
That's
know.
what we usually
what
do.
We want to do.
But sometimes I got to work Friday morning or something, and we leave a little late. And I don't think I'm going to do that from now on. I think I'll just leave maybe bright and early Saturday morning, because there ain't no reason to drive Friday night and get there at 9 o'clock at night anyway. You know, and then it's time for bed. We'll get it figured out. I just need more time in the day, I guess. But all right, guys, I'll probably see you Saturday morning.
Yeah,
Love you guys. Keep praying for 1776. Pray for me. Pray for my family. I pray for you guys every day. Pray for my buddy Project X. He's been in the hospital. He
was in here.
Yeah, he was in here tonight. You know, just pray for everybody, guys. We gotta stand up. We gotta do it. We gotta keep doing it. Run. I'll think about it. Then that means I don't have to do all this other work and stuff anymore, right?
No, the video that they were playing was.
All right, guys.
All right,
I love you. I will see you. Yep, I will see you this week, and I'll let you know when I get there. I'll give you a heads up. I'll go live. Yep. Make sure you got the alert button on. Subscribe. Hit that like button. See you guys this weekend.
Good night.
Bye, Truth Matters. See y'all later.